Hi guys, Miss Repnick here, just hanging out at home making some videos in July. It was downpouring just before, so I thought it was a perfect day for a grout fit. Wish these were socially acceptable. Wearing my University of Hawaii sweatshirt, which was my dream school, mostly because everyone thinks I'm Hawaiian. But today we're here to talk about even and odd functions. So enough talking for me about my personal life. Let's get to the math, which I know that's what you really want to focus on. So, even and odd functions. So you may recall some stuff about this. So even functions means that they're symmetric to the y-axis. So I really want you guys to think about, what do those graphs look like? What kinds of equations form even or are even functions? We have this notation f of x equals f of negative x. I want you guys to spend some time and actually think, in your own words, describe what this notation would mean. Why does that make sense about graphs that are symmetric to the y-axis? Really think about it, and I want you to write it down and put it into words. Same with odd functions. We know that odd functions are symmetric to the origin. So again, think about graphs that you already know of that are symmetric to the origin, and then why does this notation make sense? Negative f of x equals f of negative x. So again, in words, I want you to really think about this, use your brains, and describe this notation. So go ahead and put me on pause and write that down. Awesome. So now let's actually use an example. Here it says prove that. So we already know that the following function is even, and we want to show that it's not odd. So I really want you guys to do two things. One, I want you to prove that it's even. Okay. So right here, I'm going to have you write that. And here, I want you to show that it's not odd. Okay, so think about how can we prove both of these things, that it is even, maybe I should put the word not here, and that it's not odd. Okay, so you're actually going to be using this notation that we have from the previous page here, right? This one here to prove that it is even and prove that it's not odd. So go ahead and put me on pause, and I'd like you to prove that. All right, last example about even and odd. So this time we're given an ordered pair. We're given -3, 5, and it is on a function. It's important to know. What other point must be on the function if the function is A, even, and B, odd? So I want you guys to really think about this. Again, maybe use that f of x notation above on the top of this page, and to help you figure out what other point must be on the function given this information. So go ahead and put me on pause, and then we'll check our work. All right, let's see how you did. So I really hope that you guys actually spent time to think about, what other point would be on this function. So let's start with even. So if the ordered pair 3, 5, that would be the correct answer here. Now, if you think about, notation here, 3 would represent our x value and 5 is our f of x value, right? F of x and y, very similar. So if I think about x and f of x representing my original point, and then if I look above, we wrote this down before, we had f of x equals f of negative x. So in other words, that's having, still f of x, but instead of x, it would be negative x. So that's why the sign changed for our x value when we had our new point. Very similar over here, odd. The correct answer here would have been 3, -5. Similar, I know that this original point was x comma f of x. And if I look at the notation from above, odd functions, negative f of x. Let me write it down before I forget. Negative f of x is equal to f of negative x. So both signs changed here. So let's wrap up our thoughts. Conclusion. Even means symmetric to the y-axis. Every xy pair must have a matching negative xy pair. That's kind of what I was just talking about. Hopefully it makes more sense in this sentence. Odd, symmetric to the origin. And then, like I was explaining just before, that means every XY pair must have a matching negative X, negative Y pair. All right, good job. Hope it stops raining.